Alright, everybody, welcome back to the next part of how to get online. You eBayers and everybody else, uh, your online marketing and everything that we're going to be using to make money. It's going to start coming together right now. Uh, you should already have your web hosting name. You should already have your web host. We should have already pointed the server to the actual name that you picked, email setup, email forwarder setup. Now we're going to move into the actual WordPress sites. Now before we get started, I'm going to show you a couple things that I have going on here. I have Dreamweaver. I have Photoshop. Both of these with Dreamweaver is supposed to help you make websites, but Dreamweaver is so expensive for most people. They can't afford to use it, and then you have to really be a genius to figure out how to use it. But it does make great websites, probably some of the best in the world. You can use HTML5 coding with CSS style sheets uh, and make some really nice websites. But for the masses, you it's not possible for us to do that, and it's not feasible for you to go out to spend $400 to $600 if you buy the whole package of Dreamweaver's and or Adobe Suites. It's probably like $2,600, and then you have to learn how to use it. It doesn't work automatically as soon as you get it out of the box. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to spend months and months learning how to do something. Same thing with Photoshop, how to, layer images and crop and just feathering edges and removing blurs. And Photoshop's excellent for that kind of stuff. Uh, we're going to go into something a lot simpler, and this is what my website is made with as well. I'm not using anything fancy uh, like Dreamweaver or anything like that. I could do it, and it would probably be structured the same way it is now, and take me 2 or 3 days to build. This took me about 4 hours to build, and it wasn't that it was difficult. It was hard choosing what I wanted to put in different places. That's the hardest part about using WordPress. So right now, what we're going to do is scroll on down here to the bottom, and down in here, you're going to run into something called Quick Install. Okay, you tap on Quick Install, and it's going to take you to the Quick Install Word page here, and you get to pick what you want to quickly install. What do we want to quickly install? WordPress. Okay, so you come down here to WordPress, and it says you have different options, premium options. WordPress starter 99.99. WordPress Pro 249.99, and WordPress All-in-One 399.99. Now let's see what we're getting with that. We're getting WordPress Your Domain, which we already have a domain. We're going to install a WordPress theme, which I'm going to show you how to do that. A demo setup. We're going to walk through that. I'm going to demonstrate how to set it up. Back up your WordPress site. There's ways to do that. You can go on YouTube and see how to do it. It's not very difficult. WordPress SEO and SEO sitemap. Now SEO stands for search engine optimization. Okay, and late in the later videos we'll work on that and show you how to get search engine optimized. Theme credit $49 value because you're gonna end up buying one of their themes. They're gonna give you back $49. Uh, WordPress site security and 30-minute WordPress theme training. Okay, I'm gonna give you all of this. Well, not necessarily every single piece of that. I'm not gonna refund you $49 because I'm not charging you anything. Uh, a 30-minute WordPress theme training, it's free. We already got the domain. You've already done it. I didn't charge you anything. Show you how to install a WordPress theme. Not gonna charge you nothing for that. All this, you're paying someone to show you how to do it. I'm gonna show you how to do it for free. You scroll up here where it says WordPress install. This is install WordPress for free. Let's go ahead and get it done. Okay. Which one do we want to use? We want to use the XYZ. Okay. Admin email. Put in your admin email. Wherever you're going to receive your emails from. I usually use the I usually use the site where the email address that I use to send my HostGator information to. Blog title. What's the blog title? Uh, let's just give it easy money. It can be anything you want it to be. If you're selling jewelry, put it in there. You're selling phone repair information, put it there. Admin user, that's me. So you put your name in there, first name, last name, oh, and install WordPress. Okay, we're setting another upsell right here. Okay, I'm trying to upsell you. No thanks. I am a web designer. Okay, now your install is complete. You should have. This is your login information right here. And another thing you should have gotten was an email from HostGator. The quick install, and this is your login information right here. This is how you're going to get into your account. You can copy and paste. I usually copy and paste. Sometimes you get lucky if you double tap it, but right now I'm going to copy and paste it. And the only reason I'm doing this is because on Internet Explorer doesn't like me because I won't upgrade to Windows 10. Okay, and it keeps popping up error messages saying that I need to update my. And once you copy and paste it in there, you got your username, and you go back to the email that was sent to you by uh, by the quick install. I think it's Mojo. I think they call it. And there's your WordPress admin. There's your username, and here's your password. Just copy and paste that password into the box there to log into your account. And we're going to delete that one. That's probably the old one from the original one. Log in. It'll ask you if you want to remember. I'm gonna go ahead and update it and remember it since I'm the only one using the computer. But if you're not the only one using the computer, you probably don't want to do that. Okay, if you're doing that at a public computer or some kind, or your kids have access to it, it's up to you. But I never. This is just my computer. Nobody uses it. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're setting up your websites that you want to make sure nobody else has access to this kind of information. Okay, let's check to see what's going on with the updates. Let's see. These plugins need to be updated. So let's just go select all right there, and let's see if that updates it. Check back in a minute. But yeah, all the updates have been updated right here. It just popped up on the screen. Let's see what else needs to be updated. It's all done. All the updates have been installed. And that's usually where you want to start on this. Now, we're gonna break this down into multiple pieces here. When we set up the website, and here's what we got going right now on the site. It's just another WordPress site. There's nothing special about it. I can code this for take me a few hours to code this all in, but we don't have a few hours, and this is with somebody with experience. So what I'm going to do is what we're going to install on this thing is called a theme. Okay, let's go ahead and head on over and get ready to install a WordPress theme on this thing. Okay, so you come down here to Appearance. It should pop up a little window. It says Themes. Okay, themes is going to change the whole layout of your website to to make it look very professional. This is the one we're going to use today. You can pick any one, but this is the one we're going to use. Okay, so I'm going to activate it. Okay, it should say download then activate, but I think it's already been since I installed it once already. It's in my files already. Okay, and make sure it's active. Okay, once you get in there, it's telling you the following recommends that you use the plugins. Okay, so you go in here and you select the plugins that you need to install. This is what's going to make the WordPress work better for you. Um, you it may say latest version is already installed. I think it's going to trick me, but that's okay. If it does, it'll tell me to reinstall it, and no big deal. Uh, and then the site. Okay, the latest version's installed. Okay, we got that done. Uh, Begin activating plugins. Let's go and activate the two plugins. Nothing works unless it's activated. You see a little activate here, activate there. Now, if you come in here into plugins, we're going to see a whole bunch of plugins that were installed with WordPress. Okay, these are all the different plugins that are in WordPress. A lot of these you're not going to need. So what we're going to do, and you can read the description here, protects your blog from spam and all the rest of this. Get started one click. Well, we're not going to be operating a blog. We're going to be using a words the website. I'm sorry. So we can delete that. Okay. Yes, delete these files. Now, when you go in here and delete these files, see, like this one doesn't have a delete button. You have to deactivate it first, and then you're able to delete it. Okay, it won't delete it if it's active. Quickly and easily create drag and drop forms. No, thank you. I'm not interested in that. Yes, delete these files. Hello Dolly, just not if your symbolizes you read that. Louis Armstrong is going to pop up lyrics, I believe, from Hello Dolly. We don't need that either, so we're going to delete that. Okay, yes, delete these files. Okay, Jetpack, that's something WordPress installs for you. We're going to delete that. And some of these you may not have. I think some of these are carrying over from the original site I built. But like Mail Poet newsletter, I think that's carried over from the last time I had it. But if you don't have it, don't worry about it. I'm just deleting the extra ones that came with WordPress. Uh, Mojo Marketplace and uh, then we delete. Are you sure you want to delete the files? It should ask you. Yes. When you leave these things active, what ends up happening is it'll continue other. It'll continue to try to sell you things, and it's kind of annoying after a while. Let's see. Ninja forms. I'm gonna leave that. Widgets, iframe, and better. I'm gonna delete that. I think you probably won't have this one. This one I think carried over from the last site I built. But you gotta clean all these up. You got too many things going on. Ninja forms. We're gonna delete that. Uh, yes, delete that. And Sydney toolbox. That's active. We need that. We need that. These are some of the ones that it told us we needed it. This is one that I believe this one I installed on my previous one, and this one we're gonna need. We may need a little bit later. Okay, so we're not gonna deactivate that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're gonna break this down into two settings. Now we've deactivated a bunch of things. We installed a WordPress theme. Now let's go check out what our website looks like now. Okay, this is what our website looks like now. We haven't done anything but install a theme. Okay, just another WordPress site. You got this cool little uh, sliding images with text on it, and hello world, and all the rest of the stuff on the sidebar. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down into two segments of WordPress. There's two halves of WordPress. One half is the actual structure of the page, and what that means is what this header is going to look like, what this sidebar is going to look like, what the footer down here. Footer is all down here. This is the body of the site. We're going to structure the website so every page is going to look identical. And then after that, I'm going to show you how to change the content on the website. Okay, so two steps. One is change the content. Set up the structure. You don't want to set up that, put the content in, and then change the structure, because sometimes it doesn't combobulate with you, and you'll get broken paragraphs and pictures in the wrong places, and you got to go back and redo the whole thing. So the best way to do this is to go ahead and step into the WordPress part and go ahead and structure your page however you want it. Worst case scenario is you're going to end up back at square one trying to fix what you broke, but that's no big deal. Okay, so in order to get an idea of what this Sydney website looks like, or it's going to act, the way it's going to act, okay, you come down here to appearance, you come down here to customize. Okay, there's a couple of ways to do this, but we're going to do it through the customization screen. Okay, you click on the customization screen, and it's going to give you the general information about the theme, what you can change and stuff like that. Okay, the wrapper, the padding, all that. I usually don't mess with that, but all that it pertains to how much spacing you have on the top and the bottom between uh, here and here, and up on top, stuff like that. Um, Usually don't mess with that. You can, and let me give you a demonstration. Let's say, for instance, you don't like the gap between here and here. For some reason, you want either more or less. So you you go ahead and close the gap there, and you'll see that it'll start, either the picture starts shrinking, and if the picture starts shrinking, then you just go the other way and enlarge the photo. Okay, and everything will start moving around. It moves in pixels, so it's very small increments. Okay, I usually don't mess with it, but I'm just showing you what it does. Okay, and then you go into site tags and titles. You see this easy money right here? That's what that is right there. Okay, you see this just another WordPress site? That's what this is right here. Now I'll give you an example. I'm gonna put dot XYZ here, and you see how it changes right there. You can capitalize and do all these other changes here. You can change it here. Just another WordPress site. Let's just give it a couple of, you know, uh, let's go dot dot dot, and you see how it puts it at the end. Okay, you can upload an image if you want. I've done that before, and the only reason you want to upload an image in this right here is sometimes your name is really, really long. You got some weird name that's on your site, and when you come down here, you can actually pick how you want to look at it. This is what it's going to look like on a device like an iPad, and this is what it's going to look like on a phone. If for some reason that your name here is broken down into, you have like Easy Money and then XYZ's underneath it and doesn't look very well, you can go in there and upload an image with that. Okay, and I'll show you where to get the image for you can customize that in a later video. Okay, and then let's get out of this one here. The header area. What type of header do you want? Okay, let's go back to computer screen look. This is what it's going to look like on your computer. You want just an image. You don't want this full screen slider, because that's what this is called, a full screen slider. The picture slide in and out of the frames. Okay, let's just say you want an image. You pick an image that you want. Okay, and when you pick that image, your image that's here, I'll show you where it's going to show you to pick the image. Okay, this one's a static image, nothing scrolling around. Maybe you don't want an image on there. Maybe you just want a another WordPress site, just no image. That looks good there too. Okay, and then let's say for image, let's go to image, header type. This is the front page only. If you want a slider for some reason on your page 2, which we don't have a page 2, this is your menu here. But if you don't have a page 2, which we don't, it's going to go back to the slider on the next when you go to the next page. Uh, but right now it's set on image only here, and it's set on full slide bar on when that's how it comes out of the box when you get it from WordPress. Okay, so if you go to page 2, you're not going to have this slider image on there. Okay, but we're going to change that for now. Okay, well, let's leave it like that. Okay, so we're gonna squeeze out of here. All right, and I think it was this one where we left off. This is your header image. Uh, Current header suggested. You can you can uh, change the images. Right now we don't have any images set up in here. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how to do that real quick. Uh, that's not part of the structure, but I'll show you how to set that up, because some of you guys are saying, this has got nothing to do with what I'm selling or doing. Okay, so what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna go back to my website, moneyforlife.com, and when it brings you into the site, uh, we can go back to picking from Pixabay. Remember, we were showing Pixabay, and we were doing yoga. And one of the reasons I'm doing yoga is I have no idea how to do yoga, and it'd be more. Just to show you how easy it can be. Okay, I can sit there and pick automotive stuff. I'll check out how to do automotive and this and that and the other, and make it look easy for me, because it is easy. But I'm gonna show you how to step out of your comfort zone at the same time. Okay, so let's just pick this image here and go to free download. We're gonna pick. I like the medium size better. Download. See if it tells me to log in. Nope. Well, 142 is the download. Copy the image. What do I want to save the file? Remember, we made a file on the computer for Easy Money for Life.xyz / pictures, and that's where we're going to send it. It's on your desktop. Okay, save it, and it's going to put it right in there with us. And let's get one more image in here. Uh, mm, I'm just randomly picking something. It's not right now. It's not important. I'm just showing you where to get all this stuff from, where you can get going. Download it. Okay, you're gonna download. Uh, Sign up. It's free. Or I already signed up. Uh, 1691. Gonna download it. Okay, install it straight into there. Now let's minimize the screen real quick. Let's close this screen out. We're not gonna need it anymore. Close both tabs. Easy Money for Life should be this one should be right here. And if you go into pictures, there's the pictures we downloaded already. Okay, so you come back over here. We need to change. Let's say you want to change these images real quick. What we're going to do is we're going to step out of here. Yes, we want to leave the page. It usually asks you if you make a change and you don't save it, it'll ask you if you want to leave the page. Let's upload those pictures into the WordPress site where we can use those pictures when we're building the website. Okay. Uh, so we have those pictures that we want to put in. Right now we have no pictures in our media library. If it's not in here, your pictures will not be on your website. Okay. So we're going to add new files. We're going to desktop because that's where we put the file. The XYZ folder. Easy Money for Life. I have my regular folder for my regular website. All my photos are in there. We're going to use this one right here. There's my pictures. And you can double click on one and it'll bring it in. Select a new file. And let's get this one in there. And select the file. Put this one in here. Now all three of them are in the file. Now let's go back to Appearance and Customize. Let's change up some of these pictures. Okay, so we'll go to the header area again. Header type, we're going to use, this is the header slider. And let's change some of these images here. You see this picture? It should be coming back any second now. This picture here is this picture right here. So let's change the image and we're going to get it out of our media library. Okay, and I'm going to put that one in its place. You pick an image that you want to put in there and that's the one we're going to put in its place. And now, you see that? It changed it. Okay, so if that's the image you want, that's the image you can choose. Okay, so let's pick another image down here. Let's see. The wording on the text. Welcome to Sydney. Welcome to Sydney. Feel free to look around. And when it comes back around, you'll see that it's in there too. Feel free to look around. Okay. The second image is right here. You see this picture right here. Ready to begin your journey. Wait till that picture comes around. Ready to begin your journey. So you can change the text here to whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna leave it for now. But you can change the image. You can change. I'm gonna put this one in there. Choose image, and there you go. You change both images right there. So the next photo comes up. There it is. See how easy that was? Okay, and you can put up to 5 images in here. So if you scroll down a little further, there's no slide in there. There's no. So let's select an image. Let's put the yoga girl in there. Choose the image. Now you're gonna have three in there, but there's not gonna be no writing on the third one because you haven't put no writing down here in the third one. Okay, so that's all you get. So, uh, hello, and then when the when it comes back around, it's gonna say hello on the screen. See, there you go, hello. That's if you want to use this slider here. Okay, if you choose to not use the slider, I'm not gonna. If you don't save and publish, it won't save these pictures. So I'm not gonna save any of these pictures. I was just showing you how to change them. Okay. So when I leave the screen, it's gonna ask me if are you sure you want to leave the screen. So I'm gonna hit that. Are you sure? Yes. It's not gonna save any of them, but if you want to save them, you hit save and publish. Okay. And when I leave the screen, oh, it jumped me out of there. So let's go back to customize again. And when you get in here, so it went back to the original one because I didn't save it. Now, let's say header image. This is the header image you're going to have. So, let's say you don't want this. Uh, so, let's back out of here real quick. Keep the slider header type. Let's say you want to use an image. Okay, there's your image right there. Save and publish. And then you leave here, header image. There's your, this is, see this right here is the same as this right here. So let's change that up a little bit. So you want to add a new image, and let's just put these little rocks here. Select and crop. This is what's going to show on your header. Okay. So if you pick that right there, you crop it, and it'll change it right there. You see that? How to change the rocks. So you save and publish, and you exit out of here, and that's what's going to be on your page. Okay. Now it's going to go into menu style. Okay, menu style is, I like to leave it right in here. People can, if you change it to where it's sticky, where it follows you around, like right now, if I scroll down, you see how it always stays at the top of the page. If that's what you want, then that's fine. Do that. If you want to do this, then it only stays at the very top. You see how you got to go back to the top to get to the menu, and then when you scroll down, it doesn't follow you. I prefer that myself, but it's totally up to you. So I'm gonna save and publish that. Okay. So now let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Blog options. Classic and all this other stuff. I usually don't use the blog option, so we're gonna change that to something to where a lot of my websites I like to leave up and running. Don't have to maintain them. You put some good content on them, and they'll stay forever. But when you let people put messages on your website, that's when you run into problems because you run into these people. What is known in the industry is called we call them trolls. They're always just bad mouthing everything. They sit behind the keyboard and just bad mouth everything, and you got to go in there and delete them. And they'll be putting stuff on your site. Oh, this is junk. This is crap, and you got to go back and delete them. So I usually don't even allow them to comment on them. Some people do. I don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to what they call a static page. And right now we have no pages in there. This is the sample page. So let's just use the sample page. But if you had other pages in there, you would be able to go in there and view them. So if you had page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would be all right here. Okay. So let's save and publish that. Go back. So then you go to fonts. You can change all the fonts on how all this is set up. I don't usually mess with the fonts. The footer. Uh, the footer is down here on the bottom of the web page, and you can put it in 3 sections, 2 sections, 1 section, 4 sections. Three is usually pretty good. I mean, three is just gonna give basic information down there. Colors of the site, the primary colors. You can change all the colors around here. Let me see if I can. Slider text, body text, footer background color, row overlays. Let's see. Uh, Select the color. Let's see what color is it now? It's black right down here. Footer color. You can change it up and make it whatever color you want. You see that? It follows it around. You know, whatever you want. Save and publish. Yeah, we'll just save and publish that for if you don't, it'll change back to the original color. Okay, but so we're on the colors, background images. There's no background image. You can select a background image, uh, and I'll just give you an idea what the background image is going to look like. Let's choose this one, and once you put it in there, you see how it changes this right here. Um, I'm not suggesting you use this image here, but I'm just showing you what it does. Sometimes when you get on here, it'll be like what I call tiles, look like floor tiles. A square here and a square there, and it just looks real choppy and blocky. This one is a large enough image to do the whole thing, but if you get a smaller one, it may do that to you. So you can put no repeat, and it'll just make it one big image. Okay. So I'm going to remove this image here, and that was just showing you that you can change the background. We'll probably find another cool background to put in there. Theme info, that's just stuff that in their menus, menu location. I think we already covered that primary menu. Uh, so it's going to stay on the top. Widgets are the sidebar widgets, which is this right here, and the footer one, which if you click on it, it'll give you let you add all the way up to 3 footers. We're not gonna mess with that yet. There's a different place you can mess with this, but right now what we're looking at is the structure of the page, how it's gonna lay out, not what's in the wording of the pages. Okay, so then we're gonna get out of here, leave page, and we are going to be done with setting up the WordPress site structure. Okay, now the next video we're going to talk about changing your menu, changing this content, adding content to the side here, and adding content to the bottom down here. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about in the next WordPress video on how to get online. So let's go ahead and pause the video here and pick it up in the next one.